Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners, just like you, make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 257, and I'm so thankful that you're here today because today's episode is key. This will be a massive aha moment for you if you let it today. I'm so excited to share with you how you can create customers and clients by simply shifting your inner energy. It's not what you think, probably, and it's going to open your eyes. And I'm just so excited you're here. So if you are new, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're in the idea stage, whether you're starting or growing. This podcast was made for you. I show up every week because I know what it can mean to build a business doing what you love and build a career creating impact. And so that's why I'm here. For you, because I want this to happen for you. So make sure you get plugged in. If you're new to me and you're new to this podcast, I have ways you can get plugged in. First of all, make sure you hit the plus button if you're an Apple podcast so that this adds this podcast to your library. And so when I download new episodes or when I upload new episodes, you will get a little notification that shows you that a new episode is there. I don't want you to miss out on anything that's come. So make sure you do that. Also, too, I have some free downloads and goodies for all of you. If you're starting your business, I have a 16-step checklist that takes you through real quick everything you need to be working on. Also, too, I have a spreadsheet. It's a master spreadsheet of all the tools, tech, apps that I use, software, all that stuff for everything from credit cards to financial stuff to everything. So make sure you check that out because I update it weekly too, usually maybe once a week or maybe even every few weeks, but it is dynamic. So you'll get access to it and you can check back anytime. Make sure you bookmark it. And if you've been listening a while, thank you all so much for my loyal listeners. Y'all are amazing and wonderful and grateful and just super humans. I just think you're just great. And I'm just so thankful for you being so grateful to me for this podcast. It means the world to me. And if you've been listening a while and you're like, I do love this podcast, I find value in it, would you give it a 5-star rating? That would mean so much to me, y'all. It means so much when you give it a quick rating. All you have to do is hit 5 stars. If you have 30 seconds to write a review, they mean the world to me. I read them all. They make me happy. And I just want to thank you all so much for all that have left the reviews or sent me emails or DMs or comments of how much this podcast means to you. So that's it. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? I'm so glad that you are here today. I'm so thankful that you are listening to this podcast because I know it's going to help you along your journey, whatever stage you're in. And I love that you're seeking help from those who have gone before you. I think it's so important in life. Anything, any endeavor that you are embarking on, that you surround yourself with mentors, people who've gone before you, who you feel are speaking reasonably and thoughtfully and intentionally about whatever it is that you are embarking on, and that you can learn from them. I learn from so many people around me, and I still do every day. There's never a time where I'm not learning. So I love that you're here and pursuing that. It says a lot about you, and I think it's amazing. And as we get started, I want to just preface this here real quick, that today's episode is about how to create customers and clients, like how you're going to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you now that it's about the energy that you give off. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? We're going to talk about them and talk you through this. And then at the end is really the heart of this and the meat of this. So make sure you listen all the way through. This is such an important concept and is key to the success of your business. And I don't know if you have thought about this. Many of you may have. When I bring it to your attention, many of you are like, oh my gosh, this is so true. I didn't think about this, or I needed this reminder. And so that's why today I wanted to talk about it. It was actually on a live training with my Grow Getters the other day, and I was talking about this exact subject. So my Grow Getters, shout out to all of you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's such a good reminder. And I thought, you know what, I need to tell all of the listeners as well, and even some of the Grow Getters that were unable to be on the live training, to let y'all know how important it is that you identify the energy that you are showing up with in your business. Now, when I say energy, You may be thinking like working out, like exercise energy, like how hyper am I? How excited and vibrant? And am I being outgoing? And those can be great things if that fits your personality. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the energy from within you that actually shapes how you're showing up in your business. The energy that you're showing up with is usually a representation of your thoughts about how you're showing up. Now, let me say that again. The energy that you're showing up with every day in your business has almost everything to do with your thoughts about how you're showing up. I know this is kind of weird, but I think it's so important for you to recognize because it is affecting your business. Okay? If you're coming to your business in a good energy, let's just say good, that's such a generic term, but in a good energy versus an energy that is not helping you, people know it, they can feel it. You don't show up confidently and as well as you are capable of, and it will hurt your business. So today, let's talk about this because I don't want you unintentionally hurting your business, hurting the future of your business, hurting your sales, hurting your relationship with your customers and clients. So let's kind of talk through this. I'm going to give you some examples of 3 types of energy that you could show up with. Obviously, there is a whole number of ways that you can show up in your business and the type of vibe that you give off. And there's so many ways that this can manifest itself as well. But I want to give you examples so that you can understand, like, what is my thought process before I'm showing up? Because that thought process is affecting the energy within me, the energy I give off, and it's affecting my business. Okay. So let me talk you through this. I know this sounds a little confusing, but I'm going to give you these 3 examples. And I think it's going to really click for you. And it's going to make you see like, oh my gosh, what am I thinking before I'm showing up that's affecting the energy within me and how I'm growing my business, right? So the first one is I want you to think about something. Let's say you have to show up and do a live. And you've never done a live before. Maybe you're doing it on Instagram. Maybe you're doing a YouTube live. Maybe you're on Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, right? Or in a group and you're scared and you feel scared. And in your brain, you're like thinking, I'm terrified. This is so scary. I've never done this before. I look old. I don't have Botox. I need to do my makeup better. I need to lose weight or gain weight or whatever. You come with this like insecure and fearful energy. That's how you're showing up because your thoughts are there. And so when you get on camera, those thoughts are affecting your energy. And so again, let's clarify. I'm not talking about necessarily an energetic personality of like super outgoing and like woo woo and like loud and bodacious and acting like super enthusiastic. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the vibe that you give off and the way that you're holding yourself. What type of energy is that coming off as? And so you have to think about if I'm scared of what I'm doing, if I'm literally showing up scared and I'm not intentionally giving off an energy that is opposite of that scared energy, then everyone's going to know I look scared and uncomfortable and not feel confident and probably not going to buy unless they feel sorry for you. Hi, friends. I just had to jump in here really quick because so many of you have asked me what my credit card recommendations are. And I wanted to share it with you in a great promo that may help you out if you're starting your business or in the growth stage, and especially if you are strapped for cash right now or investing in things in your business. I have used Capital One for the past probably 20 years, I'm guessing, for my businesses and for my home. They have such great rewards and all that stuff, but I have to tell you about this promo that they have going on right now. And that is 15 months interest free. Are you hearing me? If you're trying to invest in things in your business right now, whether you be your website or maybe you're trying to hire someone to help you, whatever it is, y'all, 15 months interest free. Scroll down and click the link below. You also get a $200 bonus when you spend $500 in the first 90 days. Y'all, that's amazing. And they also have a no fee credit card. So you don't have to worry about like some type of annual fee. Also, they have like 3% cash back on certain things that you spend on in the month. So it's a total no brainer to have 15 months interest free. Just think about that relief of stress that you could experience right now and things that you're trying to spend on, and to know that all you have to do is make a minimum payment each month. You don't have to, like, it's barely a minimum payment. Y'all, you don't have to pay it off for 15 months. It's amazing. Anyway, scroll down in the show notes and get your hands on it, because I'm telling you, you will be so happy and have so much relief. Back to the episode. Okay. They're not going to buy unless they feel sorry for you, because they're like, oh my gosh, she was so scared. I felt so bad. I just had to buy something. I know that you don't want pity sales. You don't want sales because people are pitying you, right? You want sales because people have realized, oh my gosh, I need this in my life. This is going to make my life better. And you don't want sales because you're being pushy or weird or icky or doing stuff that's totally uncomfortable and trying to persuade people and talk people into something that they don't want to buy. You don't want to give off that. So think about it. If you've been on a live recently, maybe you did your first one, or maybe you've been on video, or maybe you even took a picture of yourself. You posted on social, or maybe even you showed up locally somewhere. And it was at your dentist's office or the grocery store or Target or whatever. And you met somebody and you were like talking about your business. And your thoughts were, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel uncomfortable. This is awkward. I don't want to come off pushy. She's going to think I'm weird. And then you allow that to manifest into the energy that you're giving off. What do you think that person is going to think of you? Do you think they're going to be able to tell? Heck yes. They're going to be able to tell, because you've let it manifest from your brain into your inner energy, and it's giving it off right now. It's giving off that energy. How do you think people receive that? I mean, literally, how do you think they receive it? They can tell you're scared, awkward, uncomfortable, feel weird, all of that. And it confuses people. And they're like, well, she's saying she likes her business, but she looks really freaked out. She looks really uncomfortable, or the things she's saying are really discombobulated and she's not sounding very confident in what she's saying. This is what I'm talking about the energy that you're giving off. It goes from your thoughts in your head to your energy, like in your soul and the core of your body. You can feel it, your stomach, right? You know, when your stomach hurts when you feel weird, we've all had that. We're like, oh my gosh, my stomach, I had butterflies, right? So if you show up, number one, in a fearful, insecure energy, people know it and they will be confused and they won't have confidence in you. And then what happens? They don't buy. Or at least they don't buy right then, right? We don't want that. We don't want that. Let me give you another example of an energy that I've seen small business owners give off a lot, and it's not good, and people sense it. And that is showing up with a needy, desperate energy where you've had in your mind, oh my goodness, I need to get sales. I need customers and clients. I've got to make more money. And you have psyched yourself up to be like, I have to show up a little more aggressive, and I've got to be begging basically for the sale in some weird way because I'm desperate and I need these sales. I need to get customers and clients. And when you think that and you let it manifest into the core being of your body, it is palpable. People can sense that needy, desperate energy. And how do you think that is received? How do you think someone's energy, looking at you, talking to you, anything on social media, whatever, how do you think that feels if you're watching someone who looks like they are needy and desperate and they're like trying to hard sell somebody and they're trying to do all these things to try to get a sale? How is that received by you? I would venture to say, you would say it feels icky. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like you're getting pressure put on you to not think logically, but to like emotionally feel pressured. And you probably want to leave. You don't want to buy. You want to scroll to the next reel. You don't want to watch the video. You're like, okay, this feels off. Like people can feel your energy in their gut, right? In their gut, they can feel your energy. Have you ever been in a situation where you had a gut feeling and you're like, this is uncomfortable. This is not good. And you knew it, right? Now, sometimes we've given in and just let that situation continue, which usually doesn't turn out well. Or other times we've used our brain and said, I need to get out of here. I need to say something. I need to do something, right? I don't ever want people feeling from you a needy, desperate energy. Because if they do, they will slowly move away from you and they will not buy. You will lose sales if you show up in a needy, desperate energy. Now, sometimes we can't control our thoughts on these things. Like, I do need sales. I need to be doing this. But we can control how we react to it in our core. And we can say, okay, I need sales. I need this, right? But I'm going to show up in a way that doesn't give that off. Okay? I'm going to show up in a way that doesn't give off negative, needy, graspy, desperate energy. Okay? So those are two ways right there that we've just gone through that your thoughts have affected how you're acting and you're giving off an energy that it's not received well by people. Number one, it was that fearful, insecure energy. Number two, it was that graspy, needy energy. Now, number three is the flip side of this. This is the energy you want to show up in. Okay? And I want you to think about and visualize as a consumer the difference in the energy that is being presented to you by someone who's trying to sell something. Okay, I want you to think about this. This is number three. Someone who shows that they care and they're actually trying to connect with you. They're not trying to just like push sales on you. So think about someone who has got something and they're actually using words and saying things that actually connect with your thinking, with your beliefs. It connects with you. What happens? And you're like, oh yeah. If someone's saying, yes, have you been struggling with this or doing this? And they start using all these words and phrases and they're showing you things and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally believe in this person. This is amazing. You feel connected as the recipient of this. And then that actually causes you to buy. Think about that energy of someone showing up confidently and actually connecting with you. I've had several instances recently where I was buying something and the person was not connected to me at all, not trying to be, let me say that, not trying to be connected, just very like transactional, just very like drive through, just like, okay, what do you need? Let's do this. And it was a situation where I needed more, I don't want to say coddling, but just a little more empathy and a little more caring about the situation. It doesn't feel good to have someone who's not really caring or, I mean, think about it. Every day you go through stuff and some people don't care and they're like, okay, next, doing this. And you're just like, does anyone care? Does anyone care around here? Right? I mean, it's basically the key to customer service is to care about humans and what they're going through as a consumer, right? So this number 3 is about you showing up confidently, but in a way that's connecting, like you're actually trying to create a connection. So I want you to think about this today. If you're trying to post on social media, if you're trying to write an email, if you're trying to write words for your website, if you're going to go out and meet people today, if you're going to go on a walk and you may see a neighbor talking about your business, or you're going to public speak or be on a podcast or have a YouTube channel or whatever it is, you're going to go live. Ask yourself today, how can I create connection? Even though I have these thoughts in my brain about like, I do need sales, right? This is stressful. I do need more sales, or I'm worried about how I look or how I sound or all these things. But what if you just sought out connection? That was it. You tried to connect. Okay. So think about it right now. What might that look like? So if you're trying to create a social post, what words could you use that would actually connect with people versus just buy this? Here, this is $25, buy this. Does that feel like you're connected to what that business is doing? You don't. It's just transactional. It's just, okay, there it is. It's $25. But what if they're using words that say, have you been struggling with XYZ? Or wouldn't you love XYZ? Aren't you sick of XYZ? Aren't you ready for XYZ? And they're using words and things that almost make you feel like they understand you. People tell me that a lot. And it's very heartwarming. And it's one of the biggest compliments that I can get is when people say, I feel like you're in my head. Because I'm trying to connect, because I'm just being real. It's not like I'm being fake or doing it. Actually being real and like thinking about all of you that are out in the everyday wild, trying to grow your businesses, start and grow. And I'm thinking about what you're going through. And I'm thinking about also what you're aspiring to have. So if you want to create connection, you can start there. What do the people that you are trying to serve aspire to do or be? And what is maybe stumping them, stalling them? What are they having trouble with? What did they not know that exists that could help them? That's how you start building connection. Think about it like if you go to an event or something and you meet somebody and like say your spouse introduces you and they're like, hey, and they just kind of talk to you and say, hello, great, we're so glad you're here. Or if someone says, hello, how are you? What is going on? Now, y'all have been married how long? Or, oh, how did you end up here? When people actually engage with you, it makes a world of a difference, right? Instead of just kind of not caring. We want to feel that people care. How do we feel that people care? When they use words that show they care. Whether you're writing, whether you're speaking, even your energy, just the flow of you sitting there. Like, what are you giving off? A snotty energy that you don't want anyone to talk to you? Or are you giving off a welcoming, confident, happy energy? So think about this today again. If you're showing up in your business, think about it today. You're about to show up. You're about to do something today for your business. I don't know if you're working on your website, you're creating social posts, you're creating a video, you're about to go live, you want to collaborate. I don't know what it is, but you're about to do something today. And ask yourself when you sit down, okay, what are the thoughts that are in my head about what I'm doing? Am I excited? Am I happy? Or am I scared or fearful? Whatever those are, how can I then change them in my core being to be like, okay, I'm going to change this to, I want to help people. I want to connect. How can I show up in a way and give off energy that is actually connecting with people instead of just transactional and just showing up and just being standoffish or aloof or fearful or whatever it is? How can I connect with someone today? Maybe you think about it right now. You could be on a walk right now and you could see a neighbor right now who wants to know about your business. What's the energy that you're going to give off? Okay. I'm not talking about being miscongeniality. I'm talking about the energy. Or do you come off fearful? Do you come off graspy and needy? Like you need sales? Like, oh, you can call me right now. You can order today. No, I would never say that. Or can you be like connecting and you can say, yeah, I'm a business coach. I help women start their businesses. And if they say, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about starting a business. I'm like, how exciting. That's so awesome. Tell me about your business idea. Tell me about the idea or your business. Have you felt overwhelmed? Have you been struggling? Yes, I know. I've been there. I've had 4 businesses. I know. I get it. I'm connecting. Are you connecting today with your people? This is the antidote to bad energy. This is the antidote for no sales. This will give you sales. Because people know you care and that you get them and you understand their struggles. Today, promise me, you will show up with an energy that seeks to connect, whether it be with written words or verbal words, that you seek to connect. This is your energy and it will change everything for you. This will change everything for you. I'm so excited for you. I'm so glad you're here. If you want to work on how this energy can actually connect with people and attract your right customers and clients and turn them into buyers, make sure you check out Grow Getters. This is what we do, y'all. This is what we do in Grow Getters. I have a 5-step method that helps you do this, where it feels in alignment with you so you can show up and connect with people and sell more of your fabulous stuff. So that's it. Y'all have a great day. Again, you can go to grow-getters.com or you can click any of the links down below in the show notes to get more information. That's it. Have a good day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.
Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal. I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's 2 ways you can give me your answers. Number 1, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number 2, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.